Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is a very exciting day for me. Today I'm going to pick up a literal barn find 1998 Chrysler Concorde. So this Concorde, a little bit of a backstory and how I got and how I'm getting it. It's my neighbor's mom's car, the neighbor that lives that way. If you can't tell, I'm back at my parents' place right now, my old room set up. But yeah, so I'm gonna run with them to go get the car. The car was in the dad's name for the neighbor. The dad passed away in like 2010, but the mom kept the car and kept it up to date and drove it still until 2018. 2018, she had her license taken away by the state because she just got a little too old to drive. The car it has been sitting since 2018. However, they serviced it up until 2020 with like things like coolant, oil changes, and I think even the tires are like brand new 2020 tires. The car was really well kept. It has very low miles from what I can tell. I haven't really guaranteed the mileage yet, but I'm getting the car for $800. It's a steal no matter what, and I think it's going to be a really cool time capsule car when I'm done with it. And hopefully I can breathe some new life into it. Here it is in legitimate barn find condition. So excited to get this thing cleaned up and work on it. Sold new in Pottstown. If you can see, it says Ludwig's, an old dealership. Alright, here she is at the home base, parked alongside all the other cars here. It's going to be interesting working back in this driveway. I should still be able to do all the things I need to do to get this roadworthy and ready to drive up to Williamsport. But you can see this car is in great shape. Cosmetically, it really doesn't have much that I'm going to need to do. This little dent here on the fender, I should be able to pop the wheel well liner out in there, get underneath and roll that out. It's really not a bad dent. It looks like someone might have just bumped up against it or something. It could have honestly been someone leaning against it too. But you can see, like I said, it was on the road until 2018. It had some other service done to it since then though. And it's in it really is ready to be brought back to life. And I'm excited to bring it back to life. See, really clean in here too. Just some grime and stuff that we need to get cleaned off of here. The seats are in great shape. A little bit of discoloration here, but nothing terrible. Really, for this year, this car is in great shape. And the steering wheel, like the leather's not peeling off. It just needs to be cleaned. Like this whole car, it really just needs to be cleaned. The dashboard's got, you know, some discoloration, but look, that stuff wipes right off. That's all just dust. Nice little Concorde badge there. So this is basically a Dodge Intrepid for those who don't know. Oh, I didn't realize it still has a garage door opener in it. Should give that back to the neighbor over there. It's a shame it doesn't have a sunroof, but it's kind of a minimalistic spec. It's nice. It's got a very nice color on the outside. The interior's got leather and lots of nice options, but and it's got the dual zone climate control and everything, so it's got a couple of nice options. But other things like the wheels are obviously hubcaps. They're not alloys or anything, but I think I'm going to keep them. I thought about changing out the wheels to, you know, the chrome or the alloys, but honestly, these hubcaps are in such good shape. It's crazy. Like, all I'm going to have to do is repaint the steel wheel itself and clean these hubcaps up, and they're ready to go. You can see no rust whatsoever. This whole car, it's beautiful underneath. You can see brand new exhaust. Look at that. I'm hoping I can, well, when I get it up to the school and up to my house up there, I'll be able to put it up on a lift and really get a good look at how clean it is underneath. Clean some things up under there. That little marker light, I gotta get fixed or supported back in this bumper here. It just popped out of its bracket on the other side. And these front tires are in great shape. They all need to be aired up from sitting. Great tread. They're like brand new tires that I think they were put on in 2020. The rear ones are a bit older. They have, you know, they're a little dry, so I'm probably gonna try to replace these rear ones with the same style as the fronts, because I'd like to keep them matching. And I have, you know, not too much money into this car right now, so putting some tires, two tires on shouldn't be too expensive or too bad for the cost. I love that they chose that option at the dealer. The gold lettering is just so nice. And yeah, like I said, it was sold brand new here in Pottstown, Ludwig Motors. Still has its old plate on it. Yeah, that old Pennsylvania plate. So I gotta take that off soon. I already popped this and smelled the fuel. It doesn't smell too old and rotten. So I think I'm going to end up just putting some 93 in it, some injector cleaner in it, and just try to clean it out and get some good fuel in it. We got these rear vents back here. Really cool. But I don't even know how they work. I guess like that, either face or floor, or both. Got a nice little like center storage area. Just looks like it's never had anything in it. Just these seats, it's so nice. Got little coat hangers up here and buttons for the lights. Yeah, big car too. Like, look at how much leg room there is. Definitely gonna need a good detail. Not a lot for detailing because it still is clean. Like, these seats are nice. All the carpets are gonna need to be extracted though, because mice were in here, as you can see, and it definitely smells like it. Look at this, rear ashtrays. Something you don't see anymore. But yeah, so this thing, I've got a lot of plans for it. I probably won't get time to work on it until Saturday. Oh, let me pop the hood. I want to show you guys that. I did figure out the mileage. It has 67,000 original miles, which is pretty good. It's not, it definitely shows 67,000 miles. It honestly, you could tell me this is 40,000 miles and I would believe it. But very similar mileage to my Millennia that I had, if you guys remember that or watched that video. 3.2 liter. I know some people love these motors, some people are not a fan of them. Timing covers are really close to the front of the car though, so definitely a lot of engine out jobs on this engine. But it really looks like, it looks low mileage and well kept. Just, obviously there were some mice in here too, so I gotta double check the wiring and really just double check everything before I hook some power up to it and try to fire it up for the first time, which would probably be Saturday. So yeah, I have just a couple little things I want to do like that. I want to get some fresh fuel in it. I want to get underneath, double check everything under there, double check the brakes and everything, coolant, all the other fluids. I already have seen them once and they're all topped off to a good level, and the coolant's in really good shape. It looks very new. Once again, I think that was one of those maintenance items that were done after it got parked in 2018. But yeah, so I'm really excited to get started on this on Saturday, and I hope you guys are just as excited as me. Alright, I'm back out here with the Chrysler now. As you can see, it's currently Saturday. Unfortunately, I did not get much time to work on it this week, just due to work. I pretty much was working detailing just every day this week, trying to make as much money as I can during this break from class. But you can see back here, I'll pop the trunk for you. Went and got some stuff for it today. Hit up the junkyard, got a window switch. I understand it's chrome and this one's not chrome, but I just want to see if that switch will work, because then I know my master window switch is broken and that's why I'm having issues with the windows, and it's not the windows being bad themselves. Unfortunately, I went to the junkyard today and I couldn't find, I was hoping to find these struts, because I need struts for the trunk, as you can see, and struts for the hood, and that's gonna make life much easier, especially the hood struts when I'm working on it. But I'm just gonna have to do the old-fashioned stick under the hood method. But yeah, we got oil for an oil change, oil filter wrench. That's kind of just a little Christmas gift to myself because I wanted to. They just came out with these nice self-adjusting ones, which are much better than the normal pliers that I currently have. Champion spark plugs, funnel for the oil change, air filter, oil filter, washer fluid, which I'm going to throw in now, and a little pump siphon to get all the gas out. Because tomorrow now, I've got some plans to take out all this old fuel, put in, you know, 5-10 gallons of 93 octane. I don't even know how big this tank is in this car. And then deal with that window switch. Got a couple other things I want to do just to make sure, and then the spark plugs, and I'm going to lube up the cylinders for the first startup, which hopefully I can either do tomorrow, which, not going to lie, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have, but it's either going to be tomorrow or then on Christmas maybe I'll do the startup if I'm able to. But for right now, I want to get some power out here so I can put a battery charger on this battery, let that charge up overnight. So we've got power tomorrow. Oh, and I also got a tab to help try to fix this marker light, because that's my turn signal. I didn't realize that until the other day I looked it up. So before I take it out on the road, I definitely want to get that back up there so people can see when I'm turning. Other than that, yeah. Just gonna get the battery charger hooked up, get the battery charged overnight, and tomorrow I'll do the oil change and prep it for the first startup. Alright, well, continuing with what we were doing yesterday, we've got the fuel tank opened up. I'm about to go and siphon out all the old gas so tomorrow I can put in some 93 octane. Maybe I'll go grab that today, I don't know. Like I said, it's Christmas Eve, so not a whole heck of a lot of time. Threw my license plate on it, and this was the first time I actually realized it's an LXI. So that means I did some research on the LXI trim because I wasn't too sure what that entailed for these cars. Obviously it's still got steel wheels. It's kind of a basic spec, but really the wheels are the only thing that they probably didn't option new from the dealer. They just kept the steelies because they've got some nice wheel covers and look good still, and easier to maintain, obviously, up here being in the north. Nice wheels tend to corrode. But yeah, so LXI trim got that, and I'm thinking that's also how it got the leather, and like the leather wrap steering wheel, the dual zone climate controls and all that, like all the nice options that this car has. I think it's from the LXI trim, and the 3.2 liter instead of the 2.7 liter that, you know, a basic base model Chrysler Concorde would have got. Also, this paint is probably special option as well. It's a really cool color, like I've said before. We've got the ozone machine going right now. Obviously, I haven't had a chance to really vacuum it yet, but I still want to try to knock some of the scent out before I have to drive it anywhere. So I'm going to leave that for a couple more minutes, then we'll open up the doors, let it air out. The other thing is, I want to get to the oil change now, and I want to get the battery out. So to get the battery out, I got to take apart the air intake box, which is fine because I also am going to replace the air filter. So obviously it all works together. So yeah, I'll take that out. I think I gotta take a fender liner out down there, and I'll be able to pull the battery up through there instead of taking the wheel off. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's see if I can try to get this hood to stay up like I did yesterday. But probably gonna have to just prop it. I ordered some hood struts for it. I'm going to. I want to check one more junkyard in a couple of days, see if they've got any with good hood struts. I didn't see any Concords at all yesterday in the junkyard, so hopefully I can find one. But yeah, I definitely need to get those struts in there. It'll make it a lot easier to work on. Anyway, let's get started. Let's get this gas sucked out. Let's get the oil changed. Let's get this new air cleaner on and get the battery out so I can charge it. And let's get to it. Alright, we finally got the hood secure here. Got the car jacked up a little bit on this side just so I can slide under, do the oil change, and get this marker light back in there. And then to get the battery, I'm going to have to crank the wheel just a little bit so I can get in there and get the little fender liner out, which I'll show you now. Alright, you can see we have the air box out here, and you can see the battery down there a little bit more doesn't look too old. I'm gonna try giving it a charge, see if we can have it for at least a little bit before I have to put a new one on it. This is the fender well we gotta pull out here, and then we can just slide it out through there. The negative is all the way underneath the headlight, so we have to slide it to be able to get both. I don't think I have to take any more of this out. I should just be good with pulling the fender. You can see this old filter here. It's a Napa gold filter. I don't think they're supposed to be this gold when you buy them. I think a lot of that's just dirt, mouse, and mouse piss. I know it smells terrible. And this is why these were just filled. So I'm going to clean this box out, and I've got a new STP filter for it. So we'll put those in after we get this battery done here. I really hope I don't have to pull the headlight. Even though it's just two star bits here. Probably, I don't even know what type that is. I know they're like T25 for the coil pack, so it might be the same. But I'm hoping I don't have to do that. Now I know my neighbor recently did a battery in this before it got parked, which is why the battery looks so new. But I guess he didn't replace any of the fasteners for this, so we have easy access to pop this thing out. I think we just kind of lift up and it'll move out. Kind of hard to do one-handed, but I'll grab it here. Now you can see we got a big gaping hole there to fit the battery out. Hopefully we have enough space back to pull it out here without having to take the wheel off. I don't think we have to take the wheel off. Alright, one more thing before we can take the battery out. There's two 10mm bolts for the hold down. There's the other one. You can just squeeze a 10mm and a extension in there to get it, and then it can slide right out. Look at that. 10mm socket that was down there with this battery. So it's probably the 90s. Yeah, we'll toss that in the tool bag. Save it for safekeeping in case I need a 10. I've lost my fair share of 10mm. This battery, it's an Everstart Plus. It doesn't have a date that I can find on it. But these are 2-year batteries. I see A6 on it. So unless it's on the bottom and I'm missing it, I don't know. But I'm going to go hook that up to the charger, see if we can get it to charge. Wait to put all the airbox and everything back on until after we're done with it. And then yeah, we'll hopefully have a good enough battery to put back in. Alright, so I got that clip from the junkyard in here to hold this up. And it looks good now. Luckily the bulb in there is good. It was not an easy fit to get behind here. I had to take out this little piece here with these two bolts and just work behind there and try to get the new screw and mount in, and it worked. So now it sits there, it looks good. It'll be able to be seen by other drivers when I take this for its first road test. Well, Merry Christmas, and it is a very Merry Christmas for me. Every single bolt, apart from one, gave me no issues. I would have been ready to do the spark plugs, oil the cylinders, and probably start this thing today if it wasn't for that one bolt right there. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to extract that bolt. I don't know, there's multiple different methods I could try tomorrow, but bottom line, it's Christmas today. I'm not gonna mess with it that much. I'm gonna put the new battery in because I ended up going and getting a new battery. The other one just didn't even want to take a charge. So the new battery's inside now on a charger. It's a good thing I put it on a charger. It had been sitting in the back rooms at AutoZone for like probably a year. I guess no one really needs batteries for these things anymore, so I was the only one getting one. So yeah, I'll get the new battery in there. I'll put the air cleaner back on with the new air filter, and yeah, we'll call it for today then, and tomorrow hopefully I can get that figured out, do the oil change, put those spark plugs in, and then we'll fire it up the next day. I'll also put, I got two 5-gallon jugs of 93 octane, so we'll put 10 gallons of 93 in her, and then a couple of days from now hopefully we can figure out that issue and get it started. Alright, we got that new battery down in there, got the felt pieces in there, got some dielectric grease on there, and now we have a working key fob, which is awesome. Even the little trunk release button there in the middle still works. So yeah, very happy about that. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait another day to start it, or try to start it, but we're getting there. I'm gonna add the fuel in now and finish putting this airbox on, and yeah, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. All right, I'm out here at A to Z U-Pull today. This is a junkyard I frequent a lot. They don't really change out the selection a lot, but if I've got a car that needs a couple of things, they always seem to have a couple, and they definitely have some Concords. Here's two right here. There's some more over there. That's one right there. That one over there has good hood struts. Here's some good trunk struts. So it was definitely worth coming out here today because that's gonna make my life so much easier now. So I'm gonna grab these two, go grab some hood struts. I was looking, unfortunately, this one must have had a good trim piece here. My trim piece is all right. It's starting to get a little faded. It's got a little crack, a couple cracks in the clear coat. So if I have to keep it, no big deal. But if I find one that's in better shape, I'm definitely gonna grab it. So I'm gonna pull these trunk struts. For these, you pop the little tab out in there and up here, and then they just pop off. So I'm gonna grab them now. All right, got the trunk struts. We're over here. This is an LHS, which is basically the same thing as a Concorde, just the facelifted model for the early 2000s. So same hood struts, which are in good shape. Show you there's a Concorde over here. Show you it's the same setup. This one unfortunately does not have good hood struts, but yep, same thing as the LHS. So I'm gonna go grab those. All right, little update on the Chrysler here. Put the hood struts in, or the trunk struts at least work. Hood and trunk struts have been put in. The hood struts, unfortunately, decided today they don't want to hold the hood up. Don't know if it's because it's been a day since I got them and they've been fully expanded. You would think that would help them stay up, but no. So yeah, I have it held up with the vice grips again, and I'll probably have to get some brand new hood struts for it. Got the coil pack out. I was able to get in there though. I can't really focus you in on it too much. There we go. Was able to get in there and extract that last bolt. And I luckily was able to get a coil pack yesterday. Hopefully it's a good coil pack from the junkyard. If it's not, I'll know. I'll be able to unplug it, see if a misfire continues or not. But this will at least allow me to put some new spark plugs in it, fire up, and give it a first run. Hopefully today, I don't know. The sun's gonna be setting here in about an hour, so we'll see if we have enough time. And as you can see back here, I still have to do the oil change as well. Well, I spoke a little too soon about the spark plugs. I apparently left my spark plug socket back at the house in Williamsport, but at least we can still get underneath and do the quick oil change that needs to be done. That shouldn't take too long, and then when we get back, I'll be back here next weekend and I'll be able to do the spark plugs and fire up. All right, got that oil change done just in time. Sun is setting on this beautiful cold winter day. Not as bad as tomorrow's going to be. We're supposed to get a good bit of snow this weekend, so I was happy to get some work done before all that. And then I also start classes Monday, so I'm going back up to Williamsport for a week like I said. Then next weekend I'll be back down here. Hopefully I can get this thing running and then get it up to Williamsport. I'll see you guys then. Alright, as you can see, it is nighttime and I'm out here doing some night work on the Chrysler. I got the new spark plugs, about to throw them in now. They're all pre-gapped to 0.050, which is the correct spec for these Concords. You can see they're the same plug as the old one, the same Champions. Chrysler recommends that you use Champions in these cars, so that's what we're sticking with. They're good plugs to begin with. As you can see, these old ones were pretty fouled up. So it's a good thing we're doing this, and obviously I had to do it to spray in the fogging oil, which we've put in. I've cranked it with the plugs out just to get that fogging oil all up and down the cylinder walls and really lubricate everything up. And then tomorrow morning I'll put some gas in it and we'll do the first official startup. Well, it is the next day and she runs with a slight tick, which is a little upsetting. I know any of these Chrysler V6s, that's just something that happens. 67,000 miles though, that really sucks. I'm going to have to figure out what's making that tick. I'm gonna have to fix it. It might have a little bit of a miss still. Yeah, it still definitely has a miss. So I don't know, there's a couple of things, but this tick, it goes up with RPMs. The hood's staying up for once though, that's nice. AC does not work. I had that going, but heat works. Yeah. Out here driving it, I mean, it drives good. Transmission shifts as it should. All right, let me show you guys this startup. I should have done the initial startup. I was not thinking. No lights stay on. Obviously, the monitors are not ready though. But yeah, just that tick, I gotta figure that out. It really could just be because it sat for so long. It drives really good. And just like that, I took it for one more drive. No more ticking. She's quiet as can be. Oh my gosh. No more misfire either. So an injector was probably clogged. I don't know. It just got new spark plugs too. It could have been, you know, learning the new gap or learning the difference between, you know, worn out plugs and new ones. But this is awesome. Listen to this. Oh, beautiful. I love it. Well, might be taking this home this weekend then. All right, I'm about 20 minutes from Williamsport now. This car is doing great on its maiden voyage. As you can see, no check engine lights. We've done about 100 miles now, and it's doing a phenomenal job. I don't connect with many of my cars. Well, I connect with every single one of them before I sell them, but some I connect with more than others, and this one just really has a special place in my heart. I really love this thing, and it's such a comfortable ride. This has been a really nice drive. Just so you guys can understand how well this thing is driving, I'm on Interstate 80 now, and it's just no pulling, no shaking, apart from a little bit of shimmy from the tires, but I mean, they're old. That's what I would expect, but I have no complaints about this car whatsoever. All right, so you can see out here, we got the Chrysler home a couple days ago. It is snowy though. There's just snow all over everything. We got like 6-7 inches. Got the truck plugged in. But I want to do a little cold start here in the Chrysler for you guys. So she unlocked, so she should have some battery. Let's fire her up. All right, we're gonna be extra careful opening up this door. Try to keep all the snow out of the car. Looks like that worked pretty well. Yeah, look at that. There we go, it's falling right off the car. Good, this is some nice wet snow. All right, she's juiced up. Here goes nothing. Look at that. She runs like a dream. All right, let's get this heat turned up all the way. Defrost so we can heat this cabin up and get some more of this snow off. That was definitely a success. All right, gonna show you guys this car one last time. I just got all my beautiful pictures. Look at this. What an amazing color. I'm so happy I went ahead and ceramic coated it. It really did turn out great. Got her running right now. Even ceramic coated the wheels, especially because I just freshly painted them. Got the nice tires on here. Headlights are beautiful. I'm so glad we could preserve them with the ceramic coating. This side of the car looks really good too. The whole car looks really good. I'm very excited to get this on to its next owner. Show you the rear here. Look at that. Looks really good. Headliner, not a flaw to be seen. Same thing with up front. just flawless. This passenger seat looks like it was rarely sat in. Just a little bit of creasing up here, but that's about it for the leather. Same with the driver's seat, really. And the steering wheel leather is in immaculate shape. Center console. Yeah, this car is in great shape. I'm really glad we got to work on it. I'm really excited to preserve the history of this car and really make it beautiful for its next owner here, which we've done. She's in great mechanical condition, 67,000 original miles, and a beautiful ceramic coating. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.